Now, if you're feeling a bit deflated, demotivated in your current job and feeling a bit like, what's the point? Often our jobs can become the same old and start to sort of just feel a bit, and you start to feel that you're dreading going into work and feeling anxious about sort of those Monday mornings, Tuesday mornings, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and it just becomes the same old thing. You've made that decision to move on from your current job, and that's important because I'm talking about your whole career here. My other video on creating purpose and value in your current job is slightly different to this. This is your career, the whole thing going forward. Yeah, some things overlap, but you might like to check that video out as well. Because now it's time for action, yeah? What you can do. But remember, it is down to you to make these changes and these choices by following these 3 simple steps. Step 1 of the 3 is fully evaluate, yeah, where you are and where you want to go. And what do you want to really do? What's going to give you purpose and value? Spend some time really thinking, what are you good at? What do you love doing? What do you really enjoy? What gets you excited? What gets the adrenaline going? Now that can be absolutely everything. I've got people who love sort of sorting out a good spreadsheet. Let's not go there. But what are your passions? And also, it is always a very good thing, what's really important to you in terms of your values? It may be in terms of helping others. It may be winning at all costs. Who knows? We've all got slightly different values. I think it's a really good exercise to sit down and think, what are the values that are really important to me? How do I want me to be? So I like being a bit in control. Yeah, I don't like having to rely on others. So I've worked for myself. So it's and I made that choice many years ago. What are your strengths? What are you good at? How can you make sure that you bring them out to play? What motivates you and makes you feel worthwhile? I love learning and I love helping other people to learn. Hence, that's what I do. That's what my values are. What skills and experiences will I perhaps need for the future? Have a think about, what am I prepared to put into this? What do I want to learn? Do I want to do something just so totally different? Hey, it may be an idea to sit down with some real people you trust and have some frank conversations. And it may be that, you perhaps do find someone in your business at the moment that would act as a good mentor. I know you've decided to move on, but it's still worth having these conversations and getting to other people's perspectives. So do a full evaluation of where you are now and where you want to get to. So step 2 of the 3, well, obviously you've got to create a plan. What steps do you need to make this transition, this change? Who do you need to talk to? How do you need to develop your CV? Think about your journey plan. Think about the value that you can bring. What value can you bring others in creating your own value? Something we don't often think about. We just talk to people about what we've done in the past. Talk about what you can bring for the future, the benefits. Why should they employ you? What can you bring? Yeah. And I think if you then start talking in those terms, people think, hey, you're interesting. Yeah, it's not all just about you. You're thinking about what you can bring others. But at the same time as you're helping others to do things and other businesses in whatever way it is, people find you interesting. And you benefit, they benefit. Hey, win-win. Sounds good. Think about updating your LinkedIn. Think about sort of starting to regularly contribute to your industry, and thinking about getting in discussions. And building good relationships with people that you've perhaps fallen out with in the past, in terms of not falling out because you've fallen out or had an argument, but more that you've just lost contact. And think about other companies you can talk to. Perhaps there may be some clients that you can perhaps phone them up and say, look, can we have a conversation? I do this on a regular basis. I'm always trying to pick other people's brains, but I've got to create a plan. Doesn't matter what I'm going to do, I need to create a plan. So the 3rd step of the 3 steps is ask people who you feel have created good purpose and value in their careers for some advice. Yeah? Why reinvent the wheel? Listen to their stories. Listen to the choices and the challenges they've had to deal with. And this is really important. So a really good question to ask people is, do you love what you do? No, not really. We'll move on. If they go, yeah, I really do. Well, how did you find that out? How did you create this? You can listen to me and all my ideas, which is great, but listen to people that have done those things that you know well. It brings it all to life. Have some good conversations, or give me a ring. I'll tell you how I've created mine. And just ask them, do you feel that you've really gained good purpose and value in your career? Have the conversations. What did they do? How did they do it? How did they get themselves into that position? What were the difficult parts? What were the easy parts? And yeah, do you feel you're really adding true value and doing something worthwhile in your career? That's a nice question to ask. Yeah, I love it for these reasons. And you see the excitement and the adrenaline and the buzz that they have when they're talking. Yeah, you want to become like that. So listen to their stories, listen to how they've done it and think, right, what can I do? Go back to step 2 and think, right, what needs to go in my plan? Ask them what decisions did they make? What difficult choices did they have to think about? So step 3, I always think, and I don't think we use it enough in today's environment, is ask others. Yeah, I'm always talking about networking and mentoring and things like that. All it is building up good relationships with people that you can have a good conversation with. So ask people who you really feel have good purpose and value in their careers, how did they do it? And have the conversation. And then say to them, look, can we catch up again in a couple of months? I bet they'll say yes. Because if you say, I'd just like to pick your brains on this, you'll make them feel very important, which is nice. So that's step 3. So there you have it. 3 steps to help you create more value and purpose in your career. Fully evaluate where you are now and where you want to go. And how do you want it to be? Create a plan. And talk to people and ask people who've made the transition in your eyes and have good value and purpose, how did they do it? But always remember, make sure you enjoy your journey and give it everything. It's a great way to future-proof yourself. And you want to have a chat? Please get in contact.